Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do your What's Cracking for the Hump Day, Wednesday, the 21st of November. So we've only really got about 9 days in November and 24 left, 33 days. Wow, not a lot of pre-Christmas time left, is there? Okay, the first thing, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. We're now over 5,500, I think it is, so that's pretty awesome, right? If you haven't subscribed yet, please, love to have you on board. And if the readings don't resonate, then I'm quite happy for you to move on. Do not take it personal. I've been doing some wonderful personal readings for you people, so for those who've come to me for a personal reading, thank you very much. A lot of people have been getting the YouTube style readings now, which go for between about 10 and 15 minutes. I charge 30 Australian dollars for those, and you can find them on my website at www.theaussiegoddess.com, and you can pay for them by PayPal there. The cards I'm using today are the Cat Black cards, so let's get cracking, right? Okay, so we have the Chariot first out. I like this already. Fast movement here, moving forward very quickly, having a really good direction, feeling powerful, feeling like you got your ducks in a row, ready to go, chomping at the bit, ready to move forward. You could be buying a new car too. So if some of you have been thinking about buying a new car, it's probably on the cards, as they say. Okay, so we have out first is the Five of Cups. These cards are so beautiful, but they are quite glary, so I do apologise for that. The Five of Cups is a card that talks about looking back at the past and not seeing what's in front of you. Being so preoccupied with the sadness that you're not looking at possible happiness. You know, it's about being pessimistic, not optimistic. It's about feeling down about things you've got wrong, regrets, etc., without actually looking forward to see what's in front of you. Okay, then we have the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords talks about someone coming in to deliver a message, but it's a message of action. So it's usually a doing message, not just a receiving. This person means business. They're coming in with the truth. And they want to disclose that. Sometimes this can be seen as an apology. Sometimes this can be seen as cutting someone out of your life or someone else cutting you out of their life. But that's the basic feeling of the card. Okay, and then we have Strength. Very nice. The Strength card talks of, you know, being at a place in your life where you fought off your demons, where you can manage things quite easily. You don't get ruffled by stuff. You know, you take things in your stride now. You understand for some of you, you understand patience, said with a hint of sarcasm. But for this is what we strive for. All you people who say to me, I'm not very patient, I'm like, I think it's the greatest lesson in the world for us to learn. I don't think I've met many people who could have role modelled patience to me. But anyway, we'll just put that one behind us and move forward. But the Strength card does talk about sort of mastering all of those things about yourself and being able to... Oh, look, that's quite interesting. The horse in the background here looks exactly the same as the horse on there. How interesting is that? So, we've mastered all our fears. We're still looking back at the past though, maybe waiting for someone to return there. This is a Hanged Man. Now the Hanged Man talks about taking time out to review, to try and awaken ourselves. It's that time when you take time out to, it's not just about healing, it's about understanding, you know, what's happened, where you're going, you know, all of those sort of things. So the Hanged Man often talks about enlightenment, because often you find enlightenment there. This one doesn't have the aura around his head. Sorry, I'm trying to pull my sleeves up while I'm talking. I forget sometimes I'm on camera. This is... he doesn't have an aura around his head like he normally does. I got a bit ADHD this morning, I think. In the other packs, of course, he has that lovely aura of being like his crown chakra is on fire. In this one, he's just hanging, but you can see he's looking for another perspective here. He's trying to look at things differently. It always reminds me, when you're a kid, do you remember hanging off the end of the lounge with your head upside down? Because then it looked like a different room that you were in. That fascinated me. Okay. Then we have the Eight of Swords. Now, on top of the Five of Cups, I'd say some of you are feeling a bit sort of thrown off by something. Something's not quite right. There's definitely a feeling of sadness, regret, looking back, but you're also tied in these feelings of the past. You're really not letting things go, and you have to let them go. I always say to people when they're, doing readings, you can't hang on to the memory of someone or the feeling of someone, and then people think, well, if I don't, then they're going to forget about me. And I say they're not going to forget about you, but you can't hang on to them. All the time they feel your energy there, they will know you're there. You have to move away to get them to understand the energy's going. So it feels to me like perhaps some of you are trapped in that thinking, feeling. Analysis paralysis, that's the one I'm looking for. Definitely with this regret here as well. And then I have the King of Swords. So there's quite a bit of swords energy here. So you may be dealing with air signs, but it's more likely that you're doing a lot of overthinking at the moment. I feel like this overthinking is keeping you tied to the past. That's what I want to say. And I think the Knight of Swords is saying that you need to cut it out now. You need to move forward. Because the Strength card is here with the same horse on it. And it's almost like it's saying you need to cut out the past to move forward. So the Knight of Swords is facing the Five of Cups and the Strength card is behind with the Hanged Man. Okay, so what they're saying here could be to do with the King of Swords, but I feel like this is the energy you need to take on at the moment. You need to let go of what you're hanging on to. The universe can't bring you in new stuff if you're hanging on to the past. The past is going round and round in your head here. It's too much. It's too much. You can't move forward. You can't accept new stuff in your life while you're in this state of looking back. I don't know why we've been taught to do that. Okay, the Lover's card comes out here now. So I feel like perhaps some of you have got an opportunity for new love, but you're busily hanging on to what you've lost and you're not going to be able to see it, or it can't move in while you're in this energy. You can't accept it while you're vibrating at this lower level. So you need to understand if it's new love you're after, or a person you're after, or you want to bring someone back, you have to let go of the negative energy. It vibrates too low in you and people can't recognize you. They won't come back while you're vibrating low like that. Okay, and then we have a Judgment card. So there definitely is some sort of coming back here. I could feel it already. Okay, now this isn't about love for some of you. If this is about work or situations, family, whatever, the same thing applies. All the time you're vibrating at a low level, it's like you can't shine for people to find you. So if you're after new love and you're really depressed and down, you're not going to find new love while you're in that situation, because your energy isn't vibrating at the level it needs to be. If you are feeling down and sad because you couldn't find a job, then that sort of thing will make it very difficult for the universe to bring you in new opportunities. So whatever this is applying to you, there's a second chance here, but you just have to recognize and be able to put down this sadness that you're carrying. It's dragging you down, it's baggage. But definitely rebirth here. And Three of Cups. There's definitely some celebrating here. So, okay, we'll do a recap. I'll just put the last card down. Oh, the last card's the Tower. Okay, I can see what is happening here before I even read it. Okay, so for some of you, you're very stuck in the past. You're very stuck in your heads. Could be a previous relationship, could be family, could be something that's happened to you previously. but you've never been able to pull yourself out of this. I'm talking a long time. I'm not talking a few weeks. I'm talking perhaps years of mourning over someone, months, a long time of mourning. And what's happening here is the universe is saying to you, you need to take another perspective here. You're strong, you're able to do this, you need to cut out all this stuff and just move forward because you're stuck in your head. So the universe is saying that you need to take on the energy of this King of Swords because they want to bring something new in for you, something that you can have a restart on, you can go back to, or you can have another chance at. Because there's celebration to be had here, but you've got to let go of what you know. The thing is, the Tower's here. And what that says to me is if you don't let it go, the universe is going to bring in a tower for you. So there's going to be sort of like an imposed moment that will make you let go of what you need to let go of. Now, I'll give you a very good example here for some people, because I know people relate to my journey, and I find that really fascinating that a lot of us are on a very similar journey. If you've had troubles or issues from your past, if you were an abused child, traumatized child, had a tough childhood, whatever, it may not be about your child. For some people, it's about, your teens being bullied, maybe coming to terms with something about yourself as a child that led you into a sort of like a bit of a period where people pushed you around. It could be as an adult you've been pushed around. It could be that you're a gentle child, a sensitive child, and you've endured all this. And you've carried it with you. This may not necessarily be depression from a relationship. It may be some sort of depression that you carry deep within yourself. Now, for some of us, it's really, really, we've done lots of work, but it's really hard for us to work out what this energy is now that's still lingering within us. A lot of us have done the work and we still can't, everything is so ingrained and so deep in our souls, it's very difficult for us to understand what this is now. The universe is saying, you need to deal with this. You need to recognize that you are a beautiful soul, and you were born a beautiful soul. Other people changed that for you. That wasn't you. Other people changed it. I know people say you should take responsibility. When you're a child and you're being told things about yourself that aren't true, you grow up thinking that is right. After all, an adult told you that, someone who knew what they were talking about. The thing is now it's stopping you from moving forward in your life and manifesting what you want in your life because you still believe that you're not good enough. The thing is, the universe is saying now you've got to let this go. And if you can't, we are going to find a way to let it go. And they're bringing this King of Swords in to help you get rid of what this last step is, because the celebration's here, so you have to let it go now. This is about finding true love and being able to understand you have to let this go in order to have the second chance at life, at love, being able to move forward. There's a tower here. So the only way the universe is going to be able to make you see is by tearing something away from you or taking something from your life to make you understand your true personal value, because you're not seeing it here. Very, very deep. Sorry. A lot of that channeled there, just trying to get all that out. I could talk to this for hours and hours, but the main value is here. You need to understand who you are. You need to love yourself. You need to drop the ego and the things that have been told to you from the time you were a small child. Those negative thinking patterns, that sadness around will you ever be good enough. Those things have to go. Spirit does not want them for you. Spirit wants true love for you. Spirit wants you to love who you are. And if you can't understand what they're trying to ask you, they are going to bring in, it looks like somebody with a sword. So somebody's coming in to cut away something in a sorry, not in a physical way. They're coming in to cut away some thought, feeling or behavior from you so that you can move forward with this new chance at love, true love, and a new life and abundance. So there it is, folks. Big reading for today. I'll leave you with that. Thanks.